Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to The Drop, episode 5. Guess who's here with me?
Your buddy Jordan.
Hey, bud.
How you doing?
I'm well. Snapping you up on a little lunch break.
Yeah.
Squeezing it in while we can.
Getting in whenever we can, man.
Yeah, man. I love it. Well, guys, it's a little chilly down here. Sorry if I'm crossing my arms. It seems like I'm cold, but it is kind of cold out here. Speaking of staying warm and kind of warming up and getting ready to go, I figured we would dedicate this episode to snowboard longevity, what we do personally. Full disclosure, I am in my late 30s. I don't know if Jordan wants to disclose his
late 30s, dude.
late 30s. So, yeah, obviously there's things that you need to do or that you can do in order to try and stay healthy snowboarding so you can snowboard as long as you can. Jordan, let's start with you. What are the things that you like to do personally?
Oof. Well, I started doing a lot of different things. When I was 30, it was kind of like, oh, we're done snowboarding, you know? Kind of thought that was it.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, health went down, and, yeah, it ended up just starting now doing all sorts of shit, man. Like, I do cold plunges, I ride a stationary bike, yoga, lift weights, all that stuff, just so I can keep snowboarding.
Do you do those things for snowboarding or just general life health? And
I think it started as like general life health, and then like last year I was snowboarding a lot and my knee was hurting quite a bit, and I was like, yeah, riding off of big stuff hurts. Like, how can I really lean into this other stuff, right? And
yeah,
cold plunging was a big thing that I noticed a big difference.
Interesting. I mean, it definitely seems to be, obviously a lot of people are doing it nowadays.
They say 11 minutes a week and it should improve a lot of stuff like mental health and your body's recovery time. You do recover a lot quicker. Like, it used to be I'd snowboard once a week and kind of recover for a full week.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's been cool. You tried the cold plunge.
I mean, I dabbled in it. Like, don't get me wrong. I've like dunked myself in a river or dunked myself in a cold plunge for a second, but certainly not like, I'm not hanging out in there. But have you had any surgeries, any like physical surgeries due to snowboarding?
Yeah, so I've had ACL repair, 2 meniscus surgeries to alleviate some of that pain.
So ACL for me, lots of broken collarbones. I mean, I've certainly been injured a lot, but never anything warrants surgery.
No surgeries?
I mean, on my knee, I've had surgeries, but never on my shoulders.
Okay.
But I'm a little different than you, obviously. So I have never really been a big stretcher. I'm more like, after I'm sore, I'll stretch the next day just to kind of stretch those muscles back out. But I've never really been a big stretcher. I do not cold plunge. I have done yoga once.
Once?
One time.
Okay.
It was a free class. What were some of the other things that you mentioned that you do?
Oh, some other stuff I've been doing now is like the floss band.
Never done that. I did have to do some like rubber band work when I did do my ACL for my recovery or whatever.
Well, so this is, you basically take that rubber band and suffocate whatever area is in pain.
Okay.
And you can do workouts
like to
while
cut
you have it.
Blood loss or to cut the blood flow to it?
Yeah, essentially you're pulling...
Full disclosure, we are not doctors. We are not doctors. So this is what Jordan
These are just
does.
things that I've been doing that I think a lot of people could benefit doing in their 30s, 40s. You were seeing people like Tony Hawk doing crazy shit, Mikey LeBlanc.
Yeah.
I want to keep doing it.
I mean, I don't know what those guys' regiments are, you know?
I don't know. I know Mikey's into a lot of cool stuff, so
yeah.
You can hear some of his stuff.
Yeah, he does, I know he does like... meditation, things like that. Sorry, I'm at a loss for words because it's not usually in my vocabulary, you know?
Meditation's cool.
Yeah.
I usually do like 20 minutes every morning.
No, I've got nothing against any of those things. I don't know why. I just never really have. I've been fortunate to be okay after all these years. And don't get me wrong, I have my aches and pains just like everyone else. Maybe, I don't know what tolerance levels other people have, you know, like... I feel like I have a pretty high tolerance level, but at the same time, like mine could be really weak and maybe I'm just not that hurt, you know? So I don't know. But I have lots of like back pain. It's usually just like back pain, lots of flat landings, leg pain.
You're always looking for the biggest gap.
Yeah, lots of flat landings, but my knees are usually pretty decent. But yeah, I mean, I guess this episode we're kind of going to be going over snowboard longevity. So what do you think would be great steps in order to proactively maintain what you're doing?
I think like, well, Blaze told me this, like, get on the bike for 30 minutes a day, stationary bike, watch YouTube, play on your phone, whatever. If you can start there, I think that's a great place to
listen to the drop.
Listen to the drop.
Yeah.
Watch the drop.
Watch the drop on the stationary bike.
And let us know how you feel about the bike while you're on the bike.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good place to start. Yoga, foam rolling. Like, I feel like that I'm just all over the place with ideas, right? But
I mean, physical activity in general, I think, is good. Like, you're obviously, if you're not an active person to begin with, I mean, you're a mail carrier. You walk 8 miles every single day. So you're obviously going to be in great shape, whether you did all those extracurricular things or not. You know, I am fortunate enough to get to snowboard a lot. That keeps me I mean, I use the same muscles all the time, but I'm still staying pretty active. Mm-hmm. But I think the biggest thing, I mean, if you're able to afford good food, I think that there's a lot of just choices out there that can be made when it comes to food. But trying to eat healthy, I think, is a huge one, you know?
Yeah, and the weird thing about food is, like, everyone's got different stuff, right? You're like, oh, be a carnivore, vegetarian, whatever, but find what works for you, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you can be a vegetarian and not healthy. You know, you can eat fucking cheese fries and cheese pizza every single day.
Like,
yeah. And you can also just be a meat eater who, like, doesn't eat anything that's the color green.
Well, if you're just
I had a friend that never ate anything green. Or, I mean, yeah, just eating hot dogs. But even if you're just like you obviously can't live off of steak only. I mean, you probably could for a long
Liver
time.
King, dude.
He was a fraud.
I know. Did I ever tell you, like, your voice, you guys sound like each other a little bit?
I do sound like Liver King.
Like, I feel like you could be him for Halloween.
I would need to wear a suit. That would make me look a little bigger.
I guess he snowboards, dude.
I would have to stuff a hoodie and a jacket full of, like, newspapers or something to, like, get yoked.
Or just get the fake Hulk suit.
Do you think that gaining that muscle mass is important for snowboarding?
Probably in your legs as you get older, right? Because it deteriorates a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You know, I think that it must, like, but yeah, also I think a big thing is like, oh, I don't want to get bulky. And
well,
whatever.
I mean, I think in the, like, I look back now, or not even look back, but I look at people, say like Sebastian Toutant or whatever, right? That dude seems like he has a pretty gnarly workout regimen. Same with like Mark Mick. All those like big slope style half pipe dudes seem like they're getting pretty jacked outside of off the hill. You know what I mean? And I mean, I feel like a lot of that is just like, so your body can take a beating. Like, if you're falling 25 feet to the deck of a half pipe, you need to have some muscle on you to be able to take that kind of impact, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's supporting your bones and ligaments by having muscle in those areas.
Yeah, I mean, and I also feel like those guys, they need that, like, every sort of competitive advantage they can get. So maybe that helps. I mean,
we feel good, like, just from doing that stuff, I think. Like, I wake up at 4:30, which I, as a kid, would be like, you're fucking crazy, dude. But I started to do it now because I kind of need to. I just feel better when I do it.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, I've never really gotten into it. I would like to, but it just seems like an inconvenience. But I'm sure once I got into it, it would be a little bit different. But, you know, the other thing for me is like, and I don't know who else is out there, who else is listening, who else relates to this, but I literally started snowboarding so that I didn't have to do that stuff. Like, I didn't want to be the football players who were in the gym every day and doing the stuff. Like, I did all those. Like, I liked snowboarding because I didn't have to worry about it, and because I could après just as hard as I on-prayed or whatever. You know, like, I still drink lots of beers, and I still enjoy my time off hill. Not nearly as much as I used to, certainly. Yeah. But it's funny how, you know, I guess when you're that young, you can put your body through a lot more abuse. But, I mean, I certainly can't do what I used to do as far as, like, the partying and then the snowboarding. I mean, I went out yesterday, got some street shots, and I am feeling it today. I ate a little doo-doo in the streets, and my ass cheek is feeling it big time.
What are you going to do to recover?
Well, when I got home yesterday, I opened a beer.
Did you ice your cheeks?
I did not. I have not iced. No, but, you know, time heals all wounds, I guess.
So they say.
But, you know, I guess another big part of me is I feel the longer I can go without extracurricularly healing my body, I'm going to try and do it. And then when the time comes to where now I really need to step up and start, okay, if I want to go snowboarding tomorrow or this season, I'm going to really need to like exercise this summer type thing, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm quite there yet, but could be next season, could be next week. Like I said,
That's true.
I don't know. That's me knocking on wood for just the listeners.
That is real wood.
It is real wood. But yeah, I mean, so I guess whatever works for you, right?
Yeah. Well, we could do episodes too and like talk about some of these things more individually.
Yeah. Of all of those things that you practice, what do you think has been the most beneficial to you?
I don't know. Supplements.
I mean,
it could be so many things.
I mean, I guess. Well, actually, you kind of just said supplements. So I did. Now that I remember that,
supplement?
I do supplement. I do take like collagen. I'll like put like a scoop of collagen powder like in water.
Yeah.
And like I'll drink like a liquid IV mixed with collagen powder, and I'll like chug like 2 of those every single night. I don't really know what that's doing. My chick just got me on magnesium. I've had like the one thing
that stuff's great. It helps you sleep.
Oh, okay. So the one thing that has been bothering me is it has taken me abnormally long this season to get like ready to go. Like it's like I have like really bad circulation in my boots or like something. But I've been riding my boots like so like I barely tie
Super
them
loose
to get blood into my feet, but my feet just feel like they're freezing for like the first hour. Like, I mean, when we went to Elm the other day, like, I was just bitching about it. And it takes me so long, like, I can kind of fight through it, but not being able to feel your feet has sucked. And so I'm hoping that magnesium helps out with that. We'll see.
I mean, take it at night. So I take this stuff called, like, Calm, just a powder.
Okay.
That's supposed to help with, like...
I think there's a bunch of different kinds. There's, like...
Yeah, there's, like, 3 different kinds of magnesium.
Yeah, so... I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out some circulation things, and again, maybe that's just it being really cold here. Too doesn't help the situation for me.
Get used to it.
But
maybe getting on the bike.
Yeah,
that'll get your blood flowing in the morning, dude.
It's true. I know. I was looking at a Le Mans stationary bike. Yeah, it's like 30 years old, but it was Le Mans. It's pretty.
We got one that's like super compact, so you can fit it. It's like takes up 2 by 2 feet.
Oh,
like nothing.
I wonder. You could probably get like a little mount that you can put a iPad on there.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Thank you for allowing me to interrupt you because I was definitely going to not remember what I was saying. But anyway, you were talking about
ice baths. What is like the one thing?
Yeah.
I think ice baths were a big game changer for me.
Really?
I think that was a big... Yeah, because I just...
Well, you started with cold showers. I remember us talking like 2 years ago, and you were like, dude, I take a cold shower in the morning now. And I'm like, you are nuts.
Wakes you up.
Yeah.
And your body starts like generate heat. So like when I get out of the shower, I pretty much just cold shower.
Yeah.
But my body I'll get out of the shower, and I'm like, oh, man, I'm hot. It's weird. Like your body starts like get used to it.
Your body like over...
It heats
achieves for itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it kind of you adjust to it. But if you're thinking about like trying it out, do like 15 seconds and end of your regular shower, then turn that into 30 by the end of the week, and then you get to a minute, and then after a while.
So you're
like,
saying I don't have to just jump into the ice bath right away?
I would not just jump right in the ice bath right away. But weirdly, like once you get used to, I know it sounds crazy, but like the first 15, 30 seconds, you're like, I want to get out. You get yourself like to kind of calm, breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you could, after a minute of being in there, it's like time just goes.
I mean,
and I have to set an alarm so I know to get out.
Could you stay in longer?
Yeah, for sure. I
You're
might
like
have like
on
effects of it, but I try to start my Monday out with like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because if you're trying to get 11 through the week, I'm like, why not more?
Ooh,
right?
Gosh. Yeah, I mean, I was in Las Vegas with my brother, and we were staying at this hotel.
God, yeah.
And so I don't have access to like a plethora of ice, right? The only place I know that has a ton of ice is at a hotel where they have like the ice machines like down the hallway. Mm-hmm. So we filled up the bathtub like halfway full with cold water, and then I ran up and down the hallway like 6 times and grabbed like 2 bucketfuls of ice. Little side note, if you guys need double ice, just take the trash bag out of the trash bin and use that thing. Great, works great. Anyway, and we filled that bad boy with ice water, and I lasted about 30 seconds, and it was painful. Like, it was painful. So it's gonna. I mean,
it's like you tease your body into it. I think is
look. A lot of people do it, so I know there's something to it. You know,
I had a similar. The first time I did it, my friend Jess Kimura, she hit a tree, and she's like, Jordan, I gotta like ice bath. She was like all about it, telling me about it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Dude, I lasted 15 seconds, and I was like, like in pain. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, you just kind of ease yourself in. I did the same thing. We did a family trip in Florida, and I did that every morning.
No,
because I needed to. Like, it's like you get hooked, man. Like,
yeah,
can't enjoy Disney.
Get that endorphin drip from it.
Yeah. Well, you do. They say the amount of endorphins it releases is more than like doing a buttload of cocaine.
I've heard Joe Rogan. I mean, my cousin does it. Every single person that I know that has committed to doing the ice baths it seems to, no complaints.
Has anyone ever been like, dude, it sucks? I feel like
I don't know anybody who has ever been like, yeah, I don't know why I started doing that. It was pointless. Like, every single person seems to be, stoked on it. So
yeah,
I don't know, but
we'll try an ice bath.
I think let us know what you guys use at home. I mean,
I'd be curious. I'm always looking for the new.
Yeah. If you have some sort of supplement or something that you think has been working for you, if you think good old fashioned liquor and cigarettes is doing it for you, let us know that. It worked for a long time for me.
Me too. That was my whole 20s.
Yep. And I'm curious to know what everyone thinks about it. I'm also curious what you guys think about these kinds of topics on the show. Anything you want to add, Jordan?
No, I don't know. Let us know if this is something we should be touching on like more individually. I think it'd be kind of fun to do.
No, for sure.
Talk about that.
Well, anyways, guys, episode 5. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was a quickie. I just wanted to let you guys know. Make sure you guys go subscribe to us on YouTube, also on Spotify, as well as following us on Instagram, and we are on TikTok and all that jazz too.
Yep.
We do have, we have stickers now. We're kind of starting to look into merch. If you guys have like ideas for what you would want us to do for merch, let us know. And man, we actually, the last episode 4, we've got a bunch of comments that need to be responded to. I'll get getting to you guys soon. And we can't say thank you guys enough for enjoying the show and tagging along with us and commenting in for us and letting us know your feedback and what you guys think. Jordan, thanks, dog.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.
You too, man.
Catch you next time. Or on the hill tomorrow.
Might even be later today. Who knows?
Maybe. Never know.
Yeah, we'll go snowboarding soon.
All right. Thanks, guys. Catch you later. Till next week. Peace.
Peace.